China, the booming metropolis, the skyscrapers, the industrial growth, the congestion, the smog, the high-speed trains. But what if I told you that the true wonder of China isn't in the cities where tourists flood, but in the quiet corners, the villages and small towns that time seems to have overlooked? Some would say, why go there when you can see the Great Wall, Beijing, Shanghai? But I'd argue, those mega sites are the easy spectacle. The real magic lies where life slows down, tradition still pulses, and you breathe in the land itself. So join me as we bypass the hype and explore 7 of China's most peaceful, picturesque places, from water towns and ancient alleys to mountain-hugged villages where the pace is gentle, the history rich, and the atmosphere meditative. This is China you didn't know. Let's go. Fenghuang Ancient Town, Hunan Province. Nestled in the mountains of western Hunan lies a place that feels almost suspended in time, the ancient town of Fenghuang, often called Phoenix Ancient Town. There are timeless wooden stilt houses along the Zhouzhuang River, cobbled stone alleys, lanterns at dusk, and a local rhythm shaped by the Miao and Tujia minorities. What makes it peaceful? The water gently flowing, the coo of birds, the reflection of buildings in the river, the absence of neon high-rises. As a filmmaker, imagine an early morning shot of mist rising over the Zhouzhuang, a slow drift boat ride, a close-up of ancient wooden beams, a local elder washing by the river. Cultural historical note: the town was once a frontier post and trading hub, Mingqing, but today the low-key historic architecture remains. Tip for filming, travel. Stay overnight along the riverbank so you can film the quiet after dark when lanterns reflect in the water. Visit early morning before the crowds build. Flow piece. Here you not just visiting China as past, you stepping into a quieter present, where one foot is still in the rhythm of the river, the other in the rhythm of centuries. Wuyuan County, Jiangxi Province. Moving eastwards, let's head into the gentle countryside of Jiangxi, Wuyuan County, often dubbed China's most beautiful countryside. Winding paths between tea terraces, white-walled Hui-style villages, black-tiled roofs rising among green hills, and golden rapeseed flower fields that glow in spring. What gives this place its peace? The simplicity of village life, open sky, the rhythm of planting and harvest, the quiet escape from urban noise. For your video, show a wide drone shot of village rooftops curving across a hillside, then a closer shot of villagers working the fields, a time lapse of morning mist lifting. Cultural, historical note: the ancient architecture in Wuyuan dates back centuries, some to Tang or earlier, and its remoteness protected it from heavy tourist development. Tip for filming, travel: visit in spring for rapeseed flowers or autumn for softer light. Use the early morning for mist shots. Stay in a village guest house to capture authentic ambient audio. Flow piece: in Wuyuan, the vernacular architecture and the land itself breathe together. It's less about monuments and more about feeling the land's quiet pulse. 3. Tongli Ancient Town, Jiangsu Province. From mountainous countryside to the watery lanes of the lower Jiangxi region, Tongli Ancient Town in Jiangsu. Known as a classic water town, it offers tranquil canals, ancient bridges, and the slow flow of life along waterways. Imagine narrow boat rides beneath arching bridges, smoke rising from tea houses, reflections of red lanterns shimmering on water. What makes it peaceful? The water muffles sound. The gentle ripples replace traffic noise. The architecture invites leisure. For your video, capture a slow glide past canal-side homes, film the reflection of lanterns at dusk, record ambient sounds of water and wood planks. Cultural historical note: towns like Tongli preserve the canal town heritage of the Jiangnan region, south of the Yangtze. Tip for filming travel: avoid peak day trips. Stay overnight if possible to catch the quiet pre-dawn. Use long exposure shots of lantern-lit bridges. Flow piece: Tongli reminds us that China's wonder isn't all mountains and temples. Sometimes it has the gentle curve of a canal, the quiet murmur of water, the shaped link between man and nature in slow motion. Four. Pingyao Ancient City, Shanxi Province. Heading inland to the north, Pingyao in Shanxi. This walled ancient city offers a slower pace and an architecture-rich environment where the old urban grid remains intact. Why peaceful? Because you walk stone-paved alleys in a city that has less of the frantic pace of China's megacities. The city walls, rooftop panoramas, courtyard homes all invite reflection. For your video, capture the panoramic view from atop the city wall at sunrise. Film a slow walk through the alleys, listening to footsteps echoing. Cultural, historical note: Pingyao represents one of the best preserved traditional Chinese cities, offering a window into Mingqing urban life. Tip for filming travel: use early morning when there are fewer tourists. Shoot the interplay of light and shadow in the alleys. Perhaps interview a local merchant for ambient authenticity. Flow piece: in Pingyao, you're still in city mode, but one that breathes quietly, that invites you to wander rather than rush, that shows the architecture of time rather than the pace of progress. Five. Zhouzhuang Ancient Town, Jiangsu Province. Also in Jiangsu, but with a distinct flavor, Zhouzhuang, one of China's most famous water towns. What gives it a peaceful aura? The interlaced canals, ancient bridges, weeping willows dipping into the water, and the slow glide of small boats. For the video, include a serene boat passage under moonlight, perhaps a drone shot of the interlocking waterways at dawn. Cultural, historical note: towns like Zhouzhuang have been preserved as tourist scenic areas, but when shot carefully, you can highlight their more tranquil sides away from the crowds. Tip for filming travel: visit very early or late to avoid tour bus crowds. Use the reflections early morning when the water is motionless. Flow piece: Zhouzhuang teaches us that water is not just a backdrop. It is a mirror, a companion, a soft pace keeper in a land of faster rhythms. 6. Lijiang Old Town, Yunnan Province. Venturing into China's southwest, we arrive at Lijiang Old Town in Yunnan Province. Cobbled alleys, the Naxi people, wooden houses, mountain backdrop. The peacefulness here comes from the mountain air, the slower pace compared to big Chinese cities, and the layered culture of the Naxi people weaving their traditions into the architecture and lanes. For your video, capture the distant snow-capped peaks while staying in the old town. Film a local musician playing ancient Naxi music. Shoot a sunrise over rooftops. Cultural historical note, Lijiang is one of the 4 best-preserved ancient towns in China and offers a blend of natural scenery plus cultural depth. Tip for filming travel: stay in a heritage guest house, explore side lanes away from the main tourist street to capture authenticity, and use sound design, wind through alleys, distant gong, to enhance the peaceful atmosphere. Flow peace. Lijiang reminds us peace isn't silence. It's living in harmony with mountain, river, tradition, architecture, each breathing its part in the scene. Seven. Tuwa Village, Xinjiang, remote valley. Finally, let's go off the beaten path. Tuwa Village in Xinjiang's Altai region. Here is a tiny valley village circled by mountains, pine trees, clear air. It's quiet at a scale unfamiliar to many travelers. For your video, show panoramic shots of valley and village, perhaps a time-lapse of dawn light on the mountains, and close-ups of local wood-built homes. Cultural historical note: Tuwa Village lies between 2 mountains. The wooden huts are framed by birch and pine, and the terrain gives a feeling of remoteness and serenity. Tip for filming. Travel. Travel logistics will be tougher. Consider staying longer. Bring good lighting for early, late shoots and capture the ambient sounds of nature: wind, birds, distant cattle. Flow piece. If you want a place where the world's turnkey pace seems suspended, Tuwa Village is it. A final stop before we circle back to the bustling yet calmer world. And so we've journeyed from river towns and ancient alleys to mountain villages and countryside havens. 7 peaceful corners of China, where instead of rushing from one landmark to another, you can linger, breathe, listen, and discover the wonder in the quiet. If you liked what you saw, subscribe and hit the bell so our next trip takes you deeper into the lesser-known wonders of our world. Until next time, safe travels, and may you always find stillness in the journey.